Hello, dear friend. We thank God for giving us this opportunity to be able to connect with you again. And we thank you so much for welcoming us into your home. As believer, we are the light of the world. We are called to be the light of the world. And God has given us the mandate to transform our communities. And we cannot remain silent regarding issues that affecting our communities. For many years, I've been thinking about communities, the situation that are affecting our communities, and I spent quite some time to be able to come up with this book called The Real Power Beyond Crime, just to address the issue of crime in our community. The book is available at Amazon. Take a lot. You can get the book from Clark's bookstore in Long Street and Blank's book in Woodstock. But we just realized that beside the situation of crime, there are many other challenges that our communities are facing. And one of them is the issue of failed marriages. Failed marriages. According to the stat, I think I spoke about it the last time. 4 out of 10 marriages in South Africa do not last 10 years. And I received a message from my sister in the UK. And she said to me that that side it's 7 out of 10. And this has tremendous consequences in our communities, in our schools, in our churches, in our families. So that's why we have decided to dedicate some few weeks to explore this subject about building strong marriages. Because we believe that if we can build strong marriages, we'll be able to build strong families. And if we can build strong families, we'll be able to build strong communities and strong nations. So when we're talking about building strong marriages, our thought is not only on marriages, but we see communities, we see nations, and we see our entire world. And our first chapter was about the purpose of marriage. And the second chapter, we spoke about the choice of the partner. And in the next 5 to 10 minutes, we'll be speaking about prayer and successful marriages. Prayer and successful marriages. I met my wife more than 20 years ago now. And many of my friends and her friends, they've struggled a lot to maintain their relationship. And some, they are divorcee as we're speaking now. And they always ask us, what is your secret? One of our best secrets is being able to spend time together in prayer. Before our marriage, we used to dedicate a day every week in prayer. A day of prayer and fasting every single week. And in our marriage, we dedicate 2 days of prayer and fasting every single week. And every night, we make sure that we kneel down in God's presence in prayer together as a couple. And this has helped us a lot to better our communication and to speed up the process of solving our conflict or our problems, and to maintain unity in our family. Wherever we have differences, we make sure that before we go to God, we talk about them, forgive each other, and then go to God. Because we cannot expect God to forgive us if we are not able to forgive each other. So we make sure that every night before we go before God, we solve our differences. And then we'll be able to go before God as a united front, in agreement. Because we cannot expect God to pour his blessing upon us or to answer our prayers if we cannot be in agreement among ourselves. And Jesus said in the book of Matthew 18, he said, if two of you on the earth agree on anything you ask for, if two of you on earth agree on anything you ask for, it will be done for you by my Father that is in heaven. And the agreement is important when we are approaching God. And this, as a couple, we need to make sure that before we go to God, we solve our differences. So prayer is key for successful marriages. And if we cannot, as partners, pray together, it's a great danger for a relationship. It's building a whole bit by bit ourselves without realizing that we are creating division in our relationship. And sometimes many of our problems that we are facing in marriage or in a relationship are spiritual problems. And some of the time, we come from different backgrounds, different histories, different cultures. And the enemy is there, trying to fight and to destroy what God is building. The Bible is clear when it's telling us about the role of the enemy. He's only there to steal, kill, and destroy. So we are in marriage or we are in a relationship, but there's the enemy, the devil is there, wanting to destroy us or to separate us. And if we are not careful, we're going to end up divorcing. That's why the Lord wants us to always be vigilant. He said, watch and pray, so that you cannot fall into temptations. And Apostle Peter even said more clearly to say that be alert and be self-controlled, because the enemy prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. So he's there trying to destroy, to cause chaos in family, to cause chaos in churches, to cause chaos in society. And one of the best way to avoid getting into divorce, getting into trouble, is to be able to pray together as partners or as couple. It's going to help us a lot. We need to make our houses the house of prayer. Especially for people that serve God. We cannot leave our house cold and light the fire in the church. The ministry starts in our families. The fire of God, the fire of prayer must burn in our family first. Then we can take it to church. And if we can be able to pray, we'll be able to solve many problems in our marriages. There are some of the people that have become unfaithful in their marriages. Not because they wanted to become unfaithful. Some of them, they're under oppression of the enemy. Some of them, they are possessed. The enemy is pushing them to do stuff. And they lost control of themselves. Because there's this power in them that is pushing them to do stuff. And if you don't realize that, you'll say, okay, no, my husband has become unfaithful. Let me just divorce him. Without realizing that it's not him, but it's the power that is working through him that is getting to do all this nonsense stuff. So that's why we need, as partners or as couple, always come together in prayer. Always come together in prayer. So I thank you so much for your attention. Please, let's make our families, our house, the house of prayers, the home of prayers. Let's cultivate that culture, sorry to say the same word. Let's cultivate that spirit of getting together as partner in prayer. Will solve many problems in our couple. We are planning to put a platform of married people. So people that are keen to join us, please join us. We want to be able to support each other and to be able to strengthen this institution that God established called marriages. Thank you so much for your attention. Next time, bye-bye.